today that we did not get real time, but that we were going to have played back, perhaps. But I don't know if you can see the mice or if it's just the whole box that you just see going in without any visibility to the contents inside.
Okay, let's go out to the phone bridge, and I'll call on you in the order that you called into the newsroom. Charles Atkinson, SpaceLaunchNews.com.
Thank you, Charles Atkinson, SpaceLaunchNews.com. Ron, could you discuss how easy it will be for the station's crew as they store the large equipment from Leonardo, which are destined for tranquility in February, in the station for the next 6 months? And I have a follow-up, too.
Okay. Well, as you know, as we continue to fly more and more of these shuttle missions to station, station is getting a lot fuller. You know, in the past, we've always had a new module come up before stowage has been a problem at all. But now we're really flying the final missions here. And as you said, we are even flying equipment that goes into modules that are not there yet. So stowage is a challenge right now. Luckily for this mission, we still have enough empty spots to store hardware that is destined for other modules right now. But in a couple more shuttle flights from now, this is going to be more of a problem. So for example, the ARS rack that goes in Node 3, we're going to put that in the gym for now, not turn it on. Then after the shuttle mission is over, we're going to swap it out with the air revitalization system rack, which is currently in the lab, and just turn on the systems in the Node 3 rack to make sure they work, and then put them back in their temporary location until Node 3 actually gets there. And then we're going to do the same thing with crew quarters rack. So the answer is, it's kind of a shell game as to where to put all these racks, but right now, luckily, we have enough empty slots available.
Okay, thank you. And final question, what hazards can there be in opening up the module tomorrow morning following the dynamics of ascent?
Well, the main thing is you get a lot of vibration during ascent, and so if you had, for example, if you had a light bulb that broke during ascent, then in 0G, those glass particles are going to be floating around, and there's always concern that could get into the astronauts' eyes whenever they first open up the module. And so the astronauts are instructed to wear goggles whenever they first do this to protect for that kind of risk.
Okay, thank you, Kyle, Ron.
Okay, thanks. Let's see, Tariq Malik, Space.com, Space.
Laborious thing, or could you talk a little bit about that? I'm assuming that's the wastewater.
We normally bag the water anyway, and this is supply water, not wastewater. Byproduct of the shuttle's electrical system is that it combines oxygen and hydrogen, and the byproduct of that is water. And so we normally bag that water so that we can use it on board station, and the shuttle produces so much water that it's a lot of water to bag, so occasionally we have a water dump planned as well. And in this case, we're able to go ahead and bag the additional water that we weren't planning on doing and cancel that shuttle water dump so that we don't have to use any propellant to control the stack during that time.
Thank you. And treadmill question. When do you envision putting the treadmill together? How far down the road? I think a couple weeks ago we were told maybe you'd have to wait until after the Japanese launch. And is it actually right now in boxes or bags, or how's it packaged up?
It's in many, many pieces, and it's got a lot of foam, and it's in bags with foam around it. And I'm not sure exactly when we plan on putting it together. I know the crew timeline immediately after the mission is going to be very busy getting ready for the HTV mission, as you said. And then once HTV arrives, it has a lot of tasks, complicated tasks similar to when a shuttle arrives. We're going to be transferring a lot of cargo out of it into station, just like we're going to be doing tomorrow with the Leonardo module. And then we're also going to be doing a lot of robotics operations with HTV, with external payloads that it has on it, and putting those on the GEM exposed facility. So the crew is going to be quite busy even after the 17A mission is over for the next few weeks. And I don't know exactly when we're going to fit assembly of the treadmill in among all that yet.
Thank you. And last question from me. With no focused inspection needed, is the shuttle then essentially cleared for entry at this point? Is that it for all the analysis until all the images are, the images are collected on the next to last day with the pre-landing survey?
Again, that's a shuttle question, but my understanding is yes, they still will have to look at late inspection But for now, there's no activity required until then.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks everyone. Let's see, a couple of follow-up questions before we close, or follow-up notes here before we close. Jose Hernandez will take time out of his schedule to answer some questions in Spanish for Univision, the program Man in the Street, so look forward to that. That's coming up at about 9:30 this evening Central Time. Crew goes to bed about 3:30 tomorrow morning, wake-up call about noon. And, of course, that EVA that Ron detailed for you begins tomorrow just before 5 p.m. Central Time. So look forward to all of those activities. The NASA TV schedule will be updated to reflect any late changes that are upcoming, and you see the website there on your screen, www.nasa.gov/shuttle-TV. So the TV schedule is updated frequently, so stay tuned to that web link for television schedule updates. And we'll see you guys tomorrow at our next briefing. With that, we'll head back to Mission Control and back to space. Thanks.
This is Mission Control Houston. As the shuttle station complex flies 225 miles over the South Pacific.
And go ahead.
Yeah, hey, Robert, we wanted to let you know that because of the total number of pieces of gear that we have up here on station, we elected to keep Christopher's suit over on the shuttle until we need it.
Okay, got that. Sounds like a good plan.
In the Quest airlock, Danny Olivas, the lead spacewalker for the mission, reporting back to Robert Hanley, the spacecraft communicator in the space station flight control room, that in order to minimize the amount of clutter because of the great volume of equipment that is being moved over from shuttle to station during this flight, that Christopher Fugelsang's extravehicular mobility unit or spacesuit will be kept on the shuttle until